So what we are doing today is media change, right? Probably you think the media in your filtration vessels are forever. No. Most of them comes with lifespan, right? The lifespan of most of these multimedia systems is 3 years, 3 to 5 years. If you've installed your multimedia system in the last couple of, more than 5 years, and you've not changed the media, your multimedia bed is probably harboring microbes, right? So ideally, the lifespan of even a standard activated carbon media, it's roughly between 3 to 5 years, right? And even if what you have in your multimedia tank is a Chinese activated carbon, right? Those one without the iodine, the maximum lifespan is 1 year. But if the iodine level in your multimedia, in your activated carbon, is between 800 to 900, 950, 1,000 milligrams, then it can last you for up to 5 years, right?
Sand, gravel, and other bedding media do not last forever. In most systems, their effective filtration lifespan is usually around 3 to 5 years. AFM or activated glass media can last well over 10 years, while good quality activated carbon is often maxed out at about 5 years, depending on the water quality and how the system is maintained. Now, look at what we are pouring out here. This is a softener Resin that was installed 6 years ago, and from the record available, not a single regeneration was done. That simply means this Resin did not fail today. It most likely ran out years ago, probably more than 5 years back. The bedding used in this setup is Quartz sand, and that too is no longer effective. This particular Resin is the kind that requires salt regeneration. It is a cation Resin, and for it to keep working, it must be regularly regenerated with a brine solution. That is what restores its softening capacity. There are other systems marketed as salt-free, but this is not one of them. This Resin here depends on salt regeneration. Without that, the softening power is gone. And in this case, we will not be putting Resin back into the setup because the water quality has changed. The water is no longer hard, so there is no point reinstalling a softener Resin where there is no hardness problem to solve.
You look inside, even at the top, you see algae growth. Even this one too, there's algae inside the water, even though the bombola has never at any time been exposed, but all the algae and things are all, they've littered the inner part of the bombola. I wish we can, okay, if you look at the side there, you can see the algae in the bombola. So you can tell that this particular setup, it's not safe for use, be it multimedia or anything. So this one is no longer safe for use at all. So we are changing the complete setup because this one is also leaking at the edge here, right? This one is leaking at the edge, so we are changing the complete system.
If you look closely at the side of the riser tip, you can see clear signs of algae infestation. That tells us one thing straight away. This system has either not been backwashed regularly, or the backwashing has simply not been done properly. And remember, this is the same water the household uses for cooking, and sometimes even drinks directly. So let this be clear. Water may look clear, but that does not mean it is clean, and it definitely does not mean it is safe.
And this same issue is also the same thing for reverse osmosis, right? Your reverse osmosis setup is not something you install without doing your basic maintenance, right? The maintenance or the maintenances of this setup is what makes it, safe for drinking or safe for use, right? Okay. So apart from you changing your cartridges and things, which should ideally be every month or every 2 months, or depending on the quality of your water, you should also put in mind that you need to be changing your multimedia, the carbon, the sand, and all those things. If you don't do that, you're actually doing yourself huge harm, right? If you don't do that, it's not safe, right? It will no longer be termed as safe water, right? And some people, especially those who are on Ghana water or on the municipal water, treat this water, install this multimedia system so that they can drink the water so that they can use the water for their cooking or for some basic house chores, right? But to keep them in good shape, it's important to keep carrying out maintenances and things from time to time, right? So it's not just the replacement of cartridges as your filter cartridges. You also need to replace media.
For algae to grow in water, a few things are usually needed: light, nutrients, heat, and water that stays still for too long. That is stagnant water. Now, let's bring that into a filtration system. In a proper fiber or FRP filtration tank or a bombola tank, algae should not ideally easily grow. But once sunlight starts passing through the tank and water remains inside the vessel without proper movement and maintenance, microbial growth can begin. Without proper backwashing, servicing, allowing the beds to move for the trapped particulates, microbes to be washed out into the drain during the course of backwashing, growth can begin. And that is why black, gray, or blue fiber tanks or bombolas make a big difference. Since they offer some level of shading from sunlight, they help block sunlight. And without light, algae lose one of the main conditions they need to survive. Then comes chlorination. Frequent pre-chlorination helps reduce biological load before the water enters the filter, and residual chlorination helps keep the system protected against regrowth. While residual chlorination helps maintain ongoing protection within the system and limit regrowth over time, the benefit of this approach is that it gives the system an added layer of biological control. And the limitation is that chlorination must be properly monitored and applied, because poor dosing, right, can either be ineffective or create other water quality concerns. Even the media inside the filtration tank is also very important, as it plays an important role in system performance. Silica sand is one of the most widely used traditional filtration media in many standard water treatment applications. But its limitation is that if it's not properly graded or if maintenance is poor, it can trap dirt, organic matter, and biological buildup over time. Right? Quartz sand, on the other hand, is a traditional and trusted filtration medium. And in fact, quartz sand itself is a form of silica. Right? So the difference is often less about the name and more about the quality, the purity, the grading, and the processing of the media. But the benefit of high quality quartz sand is that it is often harder, more durable, more stable, and more consistent in particle structure. And this supports strong filtration performance over time. But its limitation is that, just like silica sand, it does not by itself prevent algae or biological fouling if light, nutrients, stagnation, and poor disinfection are still present. On the other hand, activated glass media is often seen as the more advanced option. Its major benefit is that it typically backwashes better. Right? Backwashing with a glass media is much better. It reduces mud ball formation in the tank. It supports cleaner operation, and it's generally less prone to holding organic and biological buildup when compared with traditional sand media. That makes it a strong option when systems hygiene, reduce fouling, and improve backwash efficiency are your top priorities. Right? Its limitation is that it's usually more expensive than silica and quartz sand. It's also not readily available. So in a professional term, silica sand offers affordability and proven reliability. Quartz sand offers durability and stronger long-term filtration stability. But activated glass media offers cleaner performance with better resistance to fouling. But when it comes to preventing algae inside filtration tanks, the real solution is not just the media choice alone. The real control measure are simple and practical. Use black, gray, or opaque tank to block light. Apply frequent pre-chlorination, maintain residual chlorination, reduce stagnation, and ensure proper backwashing and maintenance.
Cartridges and pins, but here's the state. Don't joke with the maintenance of your water treatment systems. If you do, you are killing yourself. getting close. Let me shock you in. Most of your water factories, right, have not been doing this kind of maintenance. They only change membrane, change cartridges and things. But the multimedia filtration or the filtration vessels, your bombola, your FRP tanks, also store or harbors so much microbes, even more than anything else, right? Some don't even watch the inner part of their membrane housings. These are the basic maintenance or, routine cleaning activities that most that water filtration setups should ideally be going through. It's not just about fixing and forgetting about the systems, right? Water treatment doesn't work like that. That is not the way it works. This, that's what you are drinking. So now, the next thing to do, right, to get the scums, the algae and things out of the tank is to first chlorinate the tank, right? Disinfect, that's the pre-chlorination, right? Then we use acid wash to wash inside the FRP vessels, the bombolas. After that, then we do another post-cleaning chlorination of the vessels. So what I have here is a jar of chlorine. I'm now opening. That's chlorine.
Please, one important warning here. Chlorine is not a chemical to joke with. It gas has a sharp, pungent smell, and inhaling heat can quickly affect the nose, throat, and lungs. What starts as irritation can become coughing, chest discomfort, breathing difficulty, and serious respiratory harm. So let me be clear. In this video, I was not properly kitted in PPE, and that should not be taken as the right example. Chlorine must always be handled with the right protection, proper ventilation, and serious care.
Hey, you guys have broken the bottom strainer. Okay. Check this carbon out. We'll be comparing that with the
green there inside.
The green one today inside this one. We'll be comparing with the 950 iodine coconut shell activated carbon that I'll be pouring into this tank. Okay. I wish we can change all the tanks, right? But we are only changing the media in the tanks because the level at which the algae and the has really taken over the tank. Massa, no be easy. Some of them has become stuck to the wall of the hull of the vessel. Okay, so you've been able to get some of the things out, and this is where we'll be needing something extra. Let me show you the condition of the things inside here, which you can see. If you look at the top, you can see some whitish scum. Right, that's after pouring the chlorine granules. Right, you can see those scums. We still have some some of the algae stuck to the side of the bombola. Right? Some has become caked like that, like the ones I'm directly showing you at by the side there. They become stacked and caked. So those whitish scums, I don't know what they are, right? So now we are going to use acid wash to wash out all these things before we now chlorinate again. So here's the first chemical we'll be pouring inside to do the washing. I can feel it already. I can feel it. Pour the chemical inside. Pour the hot water. Be careful. You will need more. Go and tell them to heat more water. Okay.
Wait.
No, yeah. We've already poured the chemical inside though. Why the thing is not empty.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, pour it. So the reaction can start. It's getting in shape. If you check the hold setup, right? This is what we poured. This is what we emptied from the first, from the previous, what's it called? Whatever. Only quartz sand and carbon. But this time we are starting with Gravitech. Just properly sized gravel, right? You can see how clean and the gravel is. Then we'll be following the silica 1.0, that's 1 mm silica sand. You can see, you'll be able to see the difference, right, between the quartz sand and the silica sand. You can see the difference between the two. This is silica sand. You can compare the silica sand to the normal, the other with quartz sand. You can see that the difference is clear, right? You can see this one. So that's the second bed. Mark, please get me the silica. Gravel and silica. So, this one here is glass media, right? It's not sand, not quartz sand. This one is glass media. This is the one we are replacing the quartz sand with in this particular setup. This is the setup that will be entering into the building for ultra pure purification. So this one is called Filtration. Okay, see. So what's the work of Filtration? I'll show you. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Give me the bag. So Filtration can remove, for the removal of suspended solids, turbidity causing particles, sediment, debris, dissolved organic matter, organic colloids via adsorption. It can also remove ammonia, right, through nitrification by bacteria. It can remove nitrite via denitrification. It can remove phosphate. It removes lead, is it lead or lead, copper, zinc, and cadmium via surface absorption, and the indirect reduction of pathogens by supporting biofilm that compete with harmful microbes. So that's the work of Filtration. Okay, so this one will be able to combat the algae growth and whatever that builds up in the multimedia bed, right? So that is exactly what this one here is supposed to do. So I'm done with my part. My guys will continue the rest. So basically, what is the back and forth of this video? Basic maintenance. Maintenance is not only about you changing your cartridges. Let me show you the sediment cartridge. So these are the sediment cartridges, right? I mean, this one is a 2-in-1. These are the single ones. Your basic maintenance is not just about you changing the sediment cartridges, right? By changing the cartridges and all those things alone, you also need to be doing your backwash, be doing your fast rinsing. Also, the lifespan of your media, it's maximum, right? That's even if you are using a premium grade media, premium grade AGF, right? That's activated glass filter, or AGM, activated glass media. If you are using quartz sand, maximum 1 year. You're supposed to change the media. If you are using activated carbon, right? The low quality carbon, that is non-activated charcoal, right? Maximum 6 to 9 months, 6 to 12 months. You are supposed to change them. If you are using high grade, premium grade, high iodine level, coconut shell or cool carbon, right? You are supposed to change them between 2 to 3 years. If it's the one that is very, very good, then 5 years, right? If not, you're going to face serious contamination, serious bacterial growth, right, in your filtration media, in your filtration tank, right? And you wouldn't want that. And to you think you are still purifying water. You think you are still sterilizing water. That is why, even with your UV, because we actually installed UV systems for this setup, right? You can see the UVs. Those are the ones we've covered with the black whatever to shade it from sunlight and rain, right? Even with all that, you realize that you still have high level of bacteria, right? Bacteria, most especially, right, heterotrophic bacteria. You see the high level in the water. It's because of something like this, right? Then you'll be complaining that how come your UVs are not killing the bacteria, they are not doing the work they should be doing. When in actual fact, is because you've not been doing the right maintenance and servicing you should be doing to keep the systems running optimally or effectively, right? So effective maintenance is really important, right? When your people come to do the cartridge replacement, also tell them to do a backwash at least 15-20 minutes, fast rinse at least 5 to 10 minutes, right, to wash out the trap particles, algae growth, whatever growth is happening in the water. Also incorporate frequent chlorination of your water, right? They can chlorinate before the pre-treatment vessels, right? That's maybe once every 3 months, and they should do general shock chlorination of your well, shock chlorination of your piping systems, right? That is the best way to keep all these bacteria and pathogens out of your water, right? So I'm done with my part. So see you guys in the next part.